Thando, and I suck at being single. My gang there, the last video I posted detailing why I was single and unavailable, I said something along the lines of, I have nothing to bring to a table of umjolo with anyone's daughter at this point. I have nothing to share with no one's daughter. And it's not because I don't have these things at my disposal. It's just because I'm full. I don't want. I have been pouring from an empty cup for years. I just need refueling. Not sure how long it's going to last. Feels very 6-monthy. Listen, when September ends, we will be marking the 6 months that I predicted. And your girl is still single and doing a terrible job at it. Let me tell you how one sucks at being single. Well, it begins with the fact that I desperately was looking forward to a Hlophe. But the quandary with somebody like me wanting a Hlophe is the fact that I have zero experience in Hlophities. I've never had a Hlophe, you see. Every single time I find another woman remotely attractive in a romantic way, in a way that's more than platonic, I love them. I believe I've mentioned this before in one of my videos talking about my singlehood. But I'm an instant committer. And also on top of that, I have a codependent attachment style. What that means, for those who don't know, I'll read it out for you. According to an article by Noel Bell, codependency in relationships is when you are over-functioning in someone else's life, but under-functioning in your own. The article continues to read, it involves placing the focus of your life around somebody else and not taking care of your own needs. It may involve a personality type that draws an individual into relationships with others, usually avoidant, also me, who demand love, respect, and care, but who cannot give the same back. In spite of not receiving love and respect in return, a codependent will stay in that relationship no matter how upset they become. Narcissists are considered to be natural magnets for the codependent. And lastly, my most dominant attachment style is also the fearful avoidant, which means I often flip-flop between hot and cold, sometimes confused about how I feel towards loved ones. I overshare all this information to say this. I cannot afford to be doing all that codependency and fearful avoidant attachment style bull crap with every single woman that I meet every 2 weeks. I do not do casual. You cannot find it anywhere in my DNA. I don't know why DNA lives in my forearms, but you can't find it anywhere. So how the F am I supposed to do this whole single thing? So that's reason number one. The second reason is the fact that at my age, the women that I attract and that I'm attracted to have no time for dilly-dallying. Women my age really just be straight to the point on some, yo, pass me your address. I'm coming over if you're interested in removing the cobwebs of the nether regions. And I'm like, yeah, sure. But like, what happens if, I fall for you? Because that's how I operate. Now you're on the highway back to Soweto, or wherever you came from, on the flight back to Cape Town, and I'm stuck here with feelings, madame. What am I supposed to do with those? Just to confirm popular belief, my heart is fragile AF. I'm a lover. I love love. But I'm also very, very scared of it because... So this is obviously a recipe for disaster. And what ends up happening is I find myself entertaining over a handful of women at the same time, without commitment, of course, but with full-blown emotional engagement, which is confusing for some. And I understand why, because it's got murky boundaries there. It seems like mixed messages, but I mean, my words will tell you the truth if you listen. And I think the reason for that is because I don't want to hurt nobody, I've been there before. It sucks. Dare I say, actually more than being on the receiving end of the hurt. If you're an empath like myself, of course, not if you're a psychopath, of course not, you don't care. But for somebody who really cares about people and who tries not to hurt people at all costs, but because we're fallible human beings, no one is inerrant, especially not me. You are going to find yourself in situations where you hurt people, whether it's intentional or not, doesn't matter. You've caused harm and pain, and that sucks. It really, really sucks for me. So I'm constantly trying to avoid that. I can handle my own pain, but it's harder if I have to handle my own pain and also the pain that I've inflicted on somebody else. I just feel like a lot of being single and available is just like dabbling here and there, picking up a phone number here, losing a phone number there, visiting somebody, sleeping over at that place, breaking level something, regulation number something, only to run as fast and as far as you can once you decide you're done with that situation. Ghosting people is part of the game. That's not how I move. That is not how I move. And it sucks. I suck at this game. I am struggling. You might be asking, well then girl, if you suck so much at it, then why don't you just go ahead and attach? Because I'm not ready. I don't wanna. I'm trying to work on myself by myself, alone, before I throw myself in the deep end of having to deal with how I attach to people and my love languages within a relationship, in a relationship. Did that make sense? I don't know. I think you're following. But yeah, it's not even about being ready. It's about, I'm exhausted and I'm tired of dealing with me. Like, I just don't have the capacity to be dealing with another human being at such an emotionally charged, really engaged level that relationships require out of a person. The third and last reason why I suck at being single is because I am such a better person when I'm single. I am kinder, I am nicer, I am more aware, and I just do things. I'm alive. Because of my codependency and like that whole avoidant attachment style of mine, when I get in a relationship, I immerse myself, so much so that I lose myself. Can I tell you the stuff that I have achieved in 1 year of being single that I could have never dreamed of achieving while I was in a 3-year-long relationship? I quit my job that I was in for 20,000 years. I got a new job, got on a new tax bracket. I graduated from Wits with an honors degree. I bought a house. I started therapy. I canceled out 75,000 Rand of debt. I did all of this in 1 year. Probably like only 2% of the stuff that I have achieved in a year was set in motion while I was in a relationship. And of course, I'm not blaming anyone for it. It's definitely me. I'm the problem with that. Like, no one can help me but myself and my therapist. It's gotten darker, so I had to switch on the light. But yeah, so I definitely would love to be between someone's daughter's thighs. I would love to be cuddled up with somebody. But I am very anxious and very wary of the fact that I'll start jollering and then I'll lose myself. And it's so hard. It's hard because you don't see it happening, right? Because you're within them jollings, and you want to be there catering to the other person and to the relationship. But at what cost, you know? Because I want to be here. I want to do things. And the only way I'm discovering right now, as it stands at the moment with my healing journey, the only way I can do that is in be here on earth, fulfill my mission, whatever that is, find out what my mission is when I'm alone, when I'm in solitude. I don't know if it requires a different kind of person to be with me, to be able to track my ways and help me be more self-aware, or if really I was just meant to be single forever. Because Nyanige, it's just that much more harder to do things for myself, with myself, by myself, while I'm in a relationship. I'm obviously going to have to learn how to love people with an open hand, my friend usually says, like without obsessing, you know, and still being able to be me and keep me and stand up for me and do me shit with a partner. In the comment section, please let me know what your attachment style is. If you don't know, just Google there, what is my attachment style, take a quiz and find out. Come back to this comment section and let me know what's yours, and see if we can relate. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next video. Okay? Yeah, bye.